Top of the morning, you know the vibes, the news. By Shanewz. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy general election. It's like a general election. This isn't a presidential election, but I still urge people to get out and vote nonetheless. If not, hey, whatever, that is on you. I want to use the frame. I want to talk over some of, my kids' work. See, you notice I said my kids. I didn't take credit for this. I did not take credit. I'm not gonna take credit for this because this isn't my frame. It is not my frame. My babies took it. I will definitely well, maybe I'll throw one of theirs up. Maybe I'll throw one that I took. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, you know what I like? I like this one. This one is short. I'll throw this one up. We're gonna talk over this. Quality, quality. See the frame. What's my name? Quality, quality frame. Man, the news. By Shy News. So, like I said, top of the morning. Couple topics I want to touch on this morning. Jared Anderson. We'll start with that since that was rather breaking news yesterday. Arrested. And there's no reason to say alleged now because this is confirmed. He's supposed to be going to court this morning. But apparently, Mr. Anderson, big baby, man, young, 23 years old, you know, and shit happens. But unfortunately for him, he is a guy in the spotlight, so to say, right? So he's going to be held to a higher standard. But let me say this, and this is not covering for him or defending him because whatever. I'm 23 years old. He got caught with um Don Julio bottle, right? Open Don Julio bottle. The reports are saying uh liquor on his breath, um a blunt or some sort of marijuana. Deontay Wilder similar situation, and a gun. Deontay Wilder similar situation, right? So it's like, man, at the end of the day, when I look at what he's charged with, your DWI type maybe thing, or 23 years old, he's still young, trying to figure it out, even though he's doing big things, right? And then I think about what I was doing when I was 23 years old, you know, and I'm like, well, I would have took the arrest that he got, you know, as a 23-year-old instead of some of the other stuff, right? So hopefully he'll be all right. And one thing about him, no reason to really get all concerned because one thing about when you have money, right? And the man has money now, right? He's not Jared from the projects. He's not Jared from, a fucked up situation. He's gonna have a lawyer. You see, he's $7,500 bond. It was posted. Right? He didn't. He was in there for 8 hours. He probably could have got out sooner than that. But you know how that goes. If you ever been in that type of situation where you get jammed up, the money could be there, but they're gonna take their time processing you because the arresting officer wants to get a little OT because now you're OT. You come on, man. You guys know the system or don't? You guys be on here talking all this shit. You got You are pretty much a you're fighting on ESPN. You're not held to a from your experiences with your brother being incarcerated. That's not a place that you want to be, especially when you are projected to be who you are projected to be. Jail is the last place, and being arrested is the last place that you want to be making the news and headlines for. But nonetheless, I think you will be all right. You have powerful people around you, and you know you're not a guy that's I want to say this, and I don't want to offend anybody, but you're not a guy that they're like, oh, he's a scumbag. He doesn't have shit going for him. So when you have your day in court, there will most likely be a lot lenient with you. Whereas if you was Jared Anderson from whatever such and such, and you had a criminal past of burglaries and home invasions, and you're not doing nothing upstanding in the community, it might be a little different for you. But hey, what do I know? Um, but you're in our prayers with when more news comes out on this later on today, because I think he has to go to court. We'll probably do a follow up, whether it's short or something. But I want to speak on the good brother Shakur. Shakur Stevenson. We're going to keep it with J Prince Boxing and Top Rank guys and ESPN guys. Let's get on to Shakur. Shakur Stevenson right now is, he's about to fight for a title next Thursday. If he is successful, this will make him a three division legitimate champion. Um, Now I'm not defending Shakur or sticking up for him, but I'm noticing that it's a lot of Shakur bashing going on. A lot of guys are coming out the woodworks and saying how they beat him up and sparring and all of this. Richard Hitcherson's included, Africa. Um, when I sit back with my executive crown on, my executive hat, 'cause I wear a lot of hats, and today I'm rocking one of my executive hats. You know, this is, like I said, a late day for me. Great day. This is a paid holiday, so no municipality work, right? So I don't have to worry about operating heavy machinery today. So I could just come on and give you the source and go to the library. Hopefully they got my books. Let me just change topics real quick, right? I take out a lot of books in the library. I make them order books for me and buy books, and then if I like them, I'll buy them myself. So, I was doing the Robert Greene thing, but now I'm on to like consulting books and different books of like millionaire mind frames and things like that, right? So I was, the librarian people, what do they call it, like the reference desk, they say, man, Mr. Jones, you are always over here having us order all of these books. And I'm like, this is what the library is for. And yesterday I had a little fun with them, right? I was like, you're not used to seeing a black man of my standards come in here and want to expand my mind on certain topics and things. And the me and the librarian had a good laugh, right? That's why you can't judge a book by its cover. But back to Shakur, right? Shakur is apparently, he's moving, man. When you think about some of the things that's going on, pay attention, right? Just to the big picture, right? Three divisions if he's successful next Thursday. But look at some of the things that are also going on. He just got a Reebok endorsement deal, right? Um, he was at the football game. They're making a push, right? So anytime, and this is like with life, right? and it's always the crab in the bucket niggas, negroids. Sorry, I didn't want to say niggas, negroids, right? It's always those type, right? That halfway ass niggas. Watch my video I just dropped with halfway niggas, right? It's always about those halfway negroids, right? Um, they spend time always trying to down somebody, down their accomplishments, down what they're doing, because they see what's going on. And they are halfway negroids. They are negroids that love to say, "Oh, you're clout chasing, you're a cap, you're this." These are the things that were associated with Shakur Stevenson. Now, me as a journalist, right? Because I am the UGK, right? The underground king of media, right? So when I look at it as the underground king of media, I'm like, man, this guy, Shakur, he's coming out of his shell a little bit, man. He's got a Reebok deal. Like, if you got an endorsement deal from Reebok, is a major company. Reebok, Nike, Adidas, these are major companies. You got Reebok now, right? Congratulations, big things, right? So I'm saying to myself, why does a guy who apparently now that's a big check outside of boxing without throwing a punch in the ring, right? Why is he capping? Why is he clout chasing? This is some of the shit that people are putting out there about him. And then I look at the situations of the people that they saying he's doing this to. I don't see an endorsement deal. I see a lot of Negroids always, no actual receipts and proof of a lot of shit that they push for these people. Then I see guys, right? And I talk about this with my team and young fellas. I'm like, man, anytime somebody wants to come out and try to throw smudge on your name, always throw out the trash eventually, but first analyze it. Be like, man, what does this guy have going on compared to what I got going on? What is he in rotation doing compared to what I'm in rotation doing? What stats does he have compared to the stats that I have? So as I look, I see a lot of these guys coming out about beating Shakur up in sparring, right? Now, me, like I said, being a UGK, doing this for quite some time now, I'm like, man, okay, Shakur's fighting next Thursday in the T-Mobile Arena, which they're doing reports on, saying is not selling, but he's still fighting in the T-Mobile Arena. Now you got guys coming out claiming that they beat him up in sparring, they're doing all this. And I look at these guys, I'm like, all right, maybe he did, maybe he did. But what does he have going on right now? What, does he have a fight coming up? The damn sure don't got a Reebok deal. Is his name associated with winning titles and um silver medals and just this Terrence Crawford? Look, and this is for these sparring guys, right? Because I paid attention to this too. I started to do a video on this, right? But I'm like, I'm not defending Shakur no more, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's like, if you're dumb, right? Respectfully, sorry for the call. If you're dumb just to believe some of the shit that just gets put out on the YTC, that's on you. I'm not gonna continue because that like a lot of the stuff that I do, even though I shorten it up, it takes time away from other activities that I'm doing, right? But I was gonna put a video out, right? And I hope somebody else does this, that they're creative. And please, if you do, just give me, a shout out, man. But I was gonna put the video out. These guys that's coming out about sparring and beating him up, I was gonna give them their shine, throw all of them out there, and then I was going to go to probably arguably one of the baddest mans on the planet right now. And I got on his ass a little bit yesterday. Chateau to Crawford, did you get that from Bud? Chateau to Crawford, right? But I was gonna chop him up and throw his video out there where he says, and Bud is probably arguably found one of the best fighters in the world. Where he gets in there and says that Spawn Shakur is like chess, he got to be on point. So when I listen, I now I got my executive hat, right? I'm making an assessment as an executive, right? A boxing executive, somebody that consults Shanu Showtime Shanu's consulting services. I do the consulting. So now I'm preparing a report to my partners, and they're saying, "Yo, what do you think about this fighter? Is it worth investing in him?" And this is what I would say. I would be like, "Man, yo, Terrence Crawford, right? Terrence Crawford, the guy that just dog walked the shit out of Earl Spence. I didn't see it, but I know Bud. I seen Bud fight numerous times, right? Or for his assessment of being in the ring with this kid, saying how he needs to be on point. He has to stay sharp. It's like chess. I would definitely, definitely think there's something behind that. Because if you look at Terrence Crawford's resume and the guys that he has dog walked and beat up, and you hear Timothy Bradley, remember Hall of Famer Bradley Desert Storm, say that sparring Terrence Crawford, every time he turned up or stepped up, or however you slice it, or have whatever terminology you use, Terrence Crawford did. This is Desert Storm, Hall of Famer. So now when I hear Terrence Crawford say pretty much about Shakur that he's this, that, and the third, and this is Bud. And then I hear these guys who, like I said, I really don't know them, don't follow them like that, say how they beat him up and did this, that, and the third. I'm like, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But why are you saying this now? It's like, you gotta come on, man. We gotta call a spade a spade. Shakur's fighting next Thursday. Why didn't you guys say this shit in the summertime? If you beat him up, you beat him up. You should have been out there in the summertime. Why are you waiting to, he's fighting next Thursday? Why are you waiting to now that he has a Reebok deal? That he was just he was on the Jumbotron at the Raiders game. He's doing all of this crazy promo. His name is in rotation. Why you want to talk about that now? If I beat a nigga up, and check my history, right? When I was getting at Earl Spence and Derrick James and all them for years, right? What did I say? A lot of stuff that I said actually came out to be true. But I didn't wait for them to fight. I was always telling the world, he's Derrick's, this, that, and the third. EJ's this, that, and the third. Been saying it for years and years. What happened? Terrence wiped him down. But I was always saying some of these things. I didn't wait for him to fight Ugas or Danny Garcia or um who's another guy? Sean Porter. He hasn't had that many fights in a while like that. But when I was saying what I was saying, it was valid. I didn't wait and wait. Then I just went quiet and then I let it happen. So when I see these guys talk about Shakur and speak on him, what, next Thursday, or 10 days, 8, 9 days out now before he's fighting, and I say to myself, damn, where was this at? Especially you, Richie. Richie, I'm calling you Richie, Africa. You've been in camp with Shakur, and me and my peoples was talking about this. I said, man, it all makes sense now. Because everybody knows when certain things are going to be released and put out when you're in the game, not on Twitter or, looking for the latest cheese. Yeah, the gossip, the cheese, right? Richard Henderson, got his situation now. He's doing all right for himself over there with Matchroom and Keith Conley, right? And I was saying to myself, like, man, he's really going at Shakur. Is he, is this real, or is he trying to just attach his name to Shakur? Because Shakur got a lot of good things going on. Now, ever since this came out about this, you know, this shoe deal with Reebok, say, man, a lot of things are starting to make sense, man. And last time I checked, none of the Kings, right, have any type of deal like this. None of them. None of them. Shakur's the first. Shakur's the first. And one of me and my guys was talking about that. One of the fighters, the black fighter's going to do it. I think Shakur's the first, man. Shakur's actually the first. So shout out to him. You know? Last time I checked, none of the other fighters, smaller fighters at that, have a major shoe contract endorsement. No Nike, no Adidas. Well, Jamel Herring had like a little situation with Adidas. He's sponsored by them, but I don't think he has a signature shoe or a shoe. Shakur has, from what I'm hearing, alleged. I say alleged because this is, I'm a platform that people don't really. Oh, well, the masses, the mass. Let's just say that the masses, because that's why I see I'm giving you guys a lot of respect by saying the masses. The listeners. They don't. My viewership isn't through the roof. I heard somebody speaking on me like, "Oh, why is he as big as social media in order?" Some of the biggest people in the game aren't big on social media. That's the type of range I want. I don't listen. I look at a lot of guys that are big on social media platforms, YouTube channels, and Twitters and all that, and I compare what I do and I have done in real life in the game to some of the things that they're doing and have done. And I wouldn't trade what I'm doing and continue to do for an audience on this. Because an audience on this is cool if that's, and me and Combase always talk about this, right? If that's your end game, right? For me, if you know me from 10 years ago when I was running around with my phone, I'm starting to scratch the surface right now with some of the things that I always inspired to do. It was never to be media. It wasn't. So when I started seeing a lot of halfway ass niggas, and this is while I was being media, but I was, making the transformation, and I was seeing how they was halfway ass niggas and jealous, envious ass niggas about media shit. And then I was even seeing media people on that type of time. And I was doing other things already. I was like, yeah, you dudes are the worst. Not only are you the worst, like this media shit is smoke and mirrors, right? Anybody and everybody can do media. It's about your work ethic. But a lot of you guys don't have a work ethic. You're not going to fights. You're not reaching out to fighters. You're not, putting in the legwork. What you do is you want to be online and DM motherfucker. Like that's cool, but yo, don't when that's what you do is online shit. Because online shit's only gonna get you so far in life, in the game. Real talk. That's why when it comes to a lot of shit, and you see like I don't bite my tongue, and people be like, "Oh well, why are you talking about such and such like that?" Because I know they can't fuck with me. Respectfully, I don't base my life off of the internet. I base my life off of real relationships. Like I'm supposed to be in Schenectady right now. I was supposed to get up 5 in the morning and drive upstate and look at some things, but I was like, you know what? We're on Friday as well. I'm gonna probably do it Friday. I'm gonna do it on Friday because Friday, I think it's Veterans Day. I'll do it Friday. I was like, I wanted to sleep in. Sleeping in to me is 7 o'clock, right? Now I could have got up at 5. I would have been up there already. Maybe even faster because it is Tuesday. It would have been minimal to no traffic. I would have been up there already, right? It's a 3 hour drive. But I was like, why do I need to get up early when I don't have to today? And I said, I'll do it Friday. I will do it Friday. Stay on code, right? Code, right? That's what these guys do, code. Yo, I'm on code. Stay on code. Stay on code. Yeah, so these media niggas, right? Right, back to the media niggas, right? You niggas is like the worst, right? I started to see that when I was getting a lot of traction with media. and shit I was seeing. I'm like, yo, you niggas is the worst. You niggas ain't even getting no money with this boxing, man. None of you niggas is opening no doors with this boxing shit. But yeah, you guys be so cutthroat and so like petty, man. I always knew that the media shit was never gonna be my end game, man. To me, niggas doing media were like, and I don't know, like I fuck with some of the what they call old media, right? But I don't even think they're that petty. They're petty. But like the YouTube media, Twitter media niggas, Instagram, yo, you niggas is the worst. You guys gotta. That's why I did that video today about y'all. That's mainly about y'all. Y'all some of the most biggest halfway ass niggas in the game because a lot of you niggas just want clout. You wanna be like internet famous and viral like that. Like that shit is not doing nothing for you. Nothing for you. A lot of niggas that have all this internet fame via Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, yeah, they can't even go to an actual fight and work respectfully. And then when they can't do it, right? What do all of y'all say? Right? What do all? Oh, I'm not media. So why the fuck are you talking about boxing all the time? That's another one of my niggas talk boxing every day, B. See, once the picture starts clearing up and motherfuckers realize that all that media shit, you gotta actually really put in work. And then they realize all the trolling and the internet shit that they do is only internet shit. It's over for them, man. But shout out to the ones that are using the internet and opening the doors and growing in the media. Salute to y'all, man. But the ones that ain't really doing nothing with it, like kick rocks, man, and continue to be mad at somebody like me that always will throw it in your face like fuck the internet. I don't need the internet, and I'm still crushing the game. And you are gonna still continue to be jealous. You're still gonna continue to be envious. You're still gonna continue to figure out how you could try to sabotage or how you no sabotage yourself. Because one thing about somebody that is driven, that has a drive, they are going to get there. They're gonna get there. And yeah, my man knows this, right? I remember telling him back in the day this. I think we was in Philadelphia. We might have been in Philadelphia. We was in some city, and he was giving me a hard time, and I was arguing him down, and I pointed my finger right in Dan Raphael's face. I said, "Yo, you don't say that to him." I know they was looking at me like, "Yo, who was this fucking Dame Dash nigga?" I know that's what he said. Like, how dare he say these things, right? I said, you do not say that to him. So don't tell me how to work what I'm working. You do not tell him, oh, he posts his pictures with the fighters. Like, no. So you're not gonna tell me that. Word. You're not gonna tell me that when I see him do the same thing, but you don't say that to him. And fast forward later. Now I work with these people. You see, I didn't say work for them. I work with these people. Yeah, boy. But let me get to another topic, right? That is tearing the internet up. You guys just, I don't know about some of you guys, man. Like, do you guys just put out shit for clicks? I think you do, right? So now the new rumor is because I think he's unable to leave the DMV area and he can't train where he wants to train at, that he's gonna retire. Tank Davis, right? I don't think he's retiring. I just think, like I said, I put some shit out, right? But Tank is all right. Tank got a good situation, right? Regardless. But some of you other guys over there, man, um, the ship is sunk. Shout out to Fred X and others that I'll continue to report on this. The ship has sunk, man. But some of you smaller PBC fighters that were promised the luxuries of, the grass is greener, you can still get proper representation. If one of the biggest guys over there is able to do it, right? And you guys aren't even on his type of time. But if he was able to sign with another management and make the Terrence Crawford fight happen, why can't some of you smaller guys do the same thing? And shout out to Rick Glacier. I got the content out as well. My services are available. My services are available. I can walk you through a couple of steps. I can also get you in contact with some people that, and I believe they can help you. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I know they can help you. But the whole thing is, do you want to help yourself? Now, my track record may be young, but when it comes to this, right, I think my stats speak for themselves. And I only say that because when a lot of you on this YouTube look at stats, you look at the wrong stats. Like I said, I do want to share a tweet, but I got it memorized, right? A particular fighter who is a what I like to call a chitlin circuit fighter, right? I presented a offer to him, right? The offer was a great offer, right? For a fight, and he's supposed to be a fighter for a fight. One of my partners, like I'm like the blue dude too. I just don't do the blue dude views and shit like that. But I'm like the blue dude. A lot of shit that he talks about being a silent partner and partner with people, that's me, right? So one of my partners who's putting on a fight card, reached out to me because of my track record and my dealings with people, and he said, "Listen, I have a fight, yada yada yada. If you know a fighter," I said, "Cool, no problem." So I immediately, right, Buddy McGirt me. I thought of. I always, whenever I get offers, right, even though I have a good network, I like to look out for guys where I'm from first, especially if I know they are fighters or they're trying to be fighters and they're trying to do things. I always do this, whether it's with media, whether it's with fighting, all kind of shit. And I'm stamped. You could guys, I done gave guys stories, leaked stuff out to them. If they don't choose to do nothing with it, that's on them. But so now I hit the guy up. I said, "Yo," I gave him the offer for the fight. Was And then that's when I hit my peoples up. I was like, man, I don't even want to tell them who the opponent's gonna scare them. I know these guys, man. I know a lot of these fights. That's why I talk shit. They say I talk too much. No, but hey, what do I know? That's why I say, hey, what do I know, right? I knew it was gonna scare them more because a lot of these guys aren't real fighters. They like to fight in Mexico, respectfully. They like to fight in Dominican Republic. They like to fight these guys and get these padded up records and you know never fought nobody and shit like that, right? So I said, yo, it's gonna scare him more. But he's supposed to be the goods. He's supposed to be a fighter. He comes back and tells me that I disrespected him. So now, like I said, I'm fairly new, right? I was like, man, I had to hit up the promoters. I had to hit up the managers. And I had to forward the back and forth. Because I'm like, man, I don't want to fuck up my track record. That I do this wrong. Now I had to hit the people up that have been doing this for years, right? I say, yo, please tell me, man. I'm learning. If I what about coming at this guy wrong, let me know because I don't want to have this reputation for doing this. Did I do something wrong? I was hit back by both of the chess players, the guys that's moving the board around. They said, no, you did nothing wrong. Then I even followed it up, right? Showing it to some other people behind the scenes as well. But when the guys who actually crossed the T's and dot the I's told me that I presented the offer professionally and all that, I was like, all right. He was like, "Why is he so mad?" And I'll tell you why he's mad. Because what he said in the text or the response, "Yeah, you want to present that offer to Jihad." See, a lot of you guys are still mad about what Jihad's doing, what Jihad got going on. Maybe you need to be like Jihad. Maybe you need to have the work ethic like Jihad. Remember, I used to always tell you guys about Jihad when he's 20 years old now, but I was telling you guys about him when he was 16 years old. And I was like, I go to work, I do an 8 hour shift. I was like, I come home, I do my media things, I work with my kids, I'm doing all this. I said, the same shit that I do working, um, 8 hours, sometimes 12-hour days. I said, I see Jihad on the weekend train like that, like a full-time job. Full-time job. Yeah, see? Full-time job, you know, putting in 4 hours in the gym, going home, eating, resting a little bit, running, going back to the gym. Like, damn, you did 10 hours. You know what I'm saying to myself, like, this is 16 years old doing this, right? 16. So when people talk to me about wanting to be like Jihad, which you I don't have to offer that to him. I don't have to. Never did, right? What I did was I knew some people and I knew the people and I knew Jihad is not a chitlin circuit type of fighter, respectfully. Because like I said, a lot of people don't want to give me the credit in my flowers, but I'm getting them now anyway. I've been around world champions forever. I'm just not your typical go to the mill blogger, come on here talk shit. No, I've been around guys, development stages, building them up to becoming what they were, right? I've been around it, so I know. I have the eye. And like shout out to a lot of the people that fuck with me behind the scenes, they know that. So when I seen Jihad, it was the phone calls were made. Jamel Henry, Jay Prince, others, all the big dogs. Like, no, he's a big dog. He's not a chilling circuit fighter. Why would I even attempt to put him on a chilling circuit when I know he's the goods, the creme de la creme, the Chateau de la Tucker, right? He's the goods. He's not one of these guys, half-ass guys, right? Hopefully y'all are catching my sauce this morning. You know, since I talk too much, maybe I showed too much right there, because that's showing, right? I showed. Check the track record. I showed. We show and prove over here. We don't talk too much. But if we do talk too much and it offends you, you're probably a halfway ass nigga, halfway supporter, halfway I fuck with you, halfway I don't like you. Because this is YouTube, StreamYard. Dudes talk boxing every day, B. That's what we're doing, talking boxing every day, B. But listen, hopefully y'all caught my sauce, right? This morning. I want to get into my reading, right? Being that I am home. I think I might go to Barnes and Nobles today, man, because the library, man, they get my books, man, but they be taking forever, right? Barnes and Noble has them, right? The only thing about Barnes and Nobles and shit, right? I like sitting in the library, man. I'm an everyday people, right? Whereas Barnes and Noble, if I go in there sitting there for a couple hours and read their books, they be like, yeah, you got to like, at least with the library, right? You can rent the books out. Barnes and Noble will watch you read a book in there, because I had done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, one thing about me is no shame in my game, right? I have sat in Barnes and Noble and read books, right? Knowing I didn't have the money to buy the shits, right? It is what it is. But I still wanted to read the books, and I sit in there and read them and never buy them. And Barnes and Nobles, they know me for that. Whereas you can go in a library and do that, you don't have a problem. The library doesn't care, but Barnes and Nobles, well, it's like it just makes you think like, yo, maybe they don't want us reading, because why do you have this setup in here, right? It doesn't say you got to buy the book, right? You have this setup. If I'm reading through books and different, and I just leave, as long as I'm not walking out with the book, did I break any law, right? Real talk. Think about what I just said, right? If I want to take my whole day right now, right, and go to Barnes and Nobles when they open, they're gonna open in a little while. If I want to take my day and go sit up in Barnes and Nobles like I'm working today and do a whole 8 hour shift in Barnes and Nobles and read numerous books, pick up numerous books. And then when I'm done after 8 hours, because you can go on Barnes and Nobles and eat. They got shit where you can get food and sit down. So if I did that for 8 hours, right, and I didn't purchase one book, right, that is not a crime. You know that, right? Real talk. That is not a crime. As long as I do not get up and walk out with the book that I'm reading, I did not do anything wrong. But Barnes and Nobles, they used to get upset when I used to do these things. And I used to say to myself, like, what is this bullshit? Hey, this is a bookstore. I'm not, if I don't buy the book, as long as I don't walk out with, I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm in here reading. And I never got that shit, right? I never got that shit. So now I just fuck with my library, man. My library, I don't have no problem. And I think I'm planting a great seed of my kids. Like I said, they're making a lot of friends down there. And the friends that they're making are smart friends. They're in the reading. You know what I'm saying? They're in the learning. Because you can learn a lot from reading, man. I'm telling you. You can learn a lot, man. Like sometimes my grammar and shit be a little off. But if you listen, hold the conversation. That's why people don't understand how I get in with managers, millionaire managers, man. From reading, man. From just reading, man. And they accept me, right? They accept me big time. Because a lot of times, sometimes my texts to them, my grammar and shit might be up, but they know Shalom is sharp as a tack. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like with the phones, the smartphones and shit, the spelling a little shit be off. We laugh about that shit, man. But you know, just reading, man. You pick up a book and read. Yo, my daughter, Coach Reed is gonna be. I see Coach Reed has a lot of me. So does Messiah. But Coach Reed, I'm telling you, that's why I said who she is, man. She's the young publicist. She already brokered the deal between me and you, right? Look, she brokered the deal for Jamali Tucker already. But he can't be signed yet, man. He's only 14. That'll break all type of rules and regulations. But she told Bob Arum, I'll never forget this. I should have recorded it. I should have recorded it, right? Because Bob was staying on the same floor we was on. He was on the east wing. We was on the west wing, right? And we was getting off. We was going downstairs to go do our walks. Because that's what, anytime I'm in these cities, I like to walk and touch the pavement just to get a feel of the environment, right? We was gonna go do our walk, and shout out to Derek Harmon and Bob. They was coming on the elevator, and Coach Reen ran down on Bob. It was me, Reen, and Marley. And she told Bob, she said, "You know who this is? This is Jamali Tucker. This is Jihad's little brother. You're gonna sign him too. He's a champion." I sat back and just let her work her magic. Powerful. I spoke all of this into existence. Yeah, I spoke all this into existence. And y'all like, you fronting, Shy. Hell no. Why would I front? I can show it, right? I can show it, right? I talked all this into existence from right here. I have the receipts. I was talking this into existence from early on, right? And now, if it's not playing out, it's playing out. But I remember speaking on this when Marley was about 8 years old and they were sparring, and Coach Reed was on the ring apron and she was cheering Marley on, right? She was cheering Marley on. Go, 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 go. She was working the corner, as we would say, right? And Look at Marley now, right? Look at Marley now.
Some move on the dance floor when they put something smooth on. So turn up the bass, it's better when it's loud.
Is yeah, we're running down having meetings with Bob Arum and the little girl right there. I said, go, go, go. Coach Reed, Coach Reed, you know, on the scene, running down on Bob, man. Shout out to Toby in the building. Salute, Tobe. The news, yes, Tobe. What's going on, man? Did you catch my latest Fraudian tea? Coach Word is born. I dropped one yesterday for you, Tobe. I dropped one yesterday where I called Coach Word is born out. Coach Word is born never did that right there, man. I wanted to ask Coach Word is born some questions. Has he ever, worked a corner, sparring like
Work, Chris,
this?
work, body. Nice, good body shot. Body shot, Chris. Good body shot.
I asked Coach Word is born that question yesterday. Great interview with him. Always good. Coach Word is born is one of the best ever online coaches. He does it online. He's the internet guy. Never been in the gym. No, he told the truth yesterday. He never been in the gym. Never worked a camp. Never worked a sparring match. But he's still coach, right? He's still coach. Yes, Joe Dini. I'm gonna throw some more Joe Dini frames up, man. Joe Dini was in rare form. Buddy McGirt is one of Joe Dini's stablemates. They're from the same cloth. You know, Joe Dini, right? Joe, see, I'm telling you, Joe was that guy, man. Oh, see, a lot of people sleep on Joe, man. It's because how he carries it. But Joe was that dude, man. Joe had the fucked up shoulder. What they call it in boxing and in baseball, rotator cuff. But Joe was that guy, man. If you ever catch a lot of these guys like Zav Judah, Riddick Bowes, I seen Rockmont. Ask them about Joe Harris, Joe Dean. They know Joe. Joe was that guy, man. Um, yeah, Joe was hilarious, man. I'll probably get him on camera tonight, man. I'll be at the gym tonight. I'll get him on camera. Joe loves the camera now. Toby, you see him. He loves the camera. He's like, yeah. When I get it going, you gotta get the camera on me. When he gets it going, right? When he gets it going. Yo, did you see me on the what's in it? Hold on, I think I might still have my video on here, man. Yo, y'all be sleeping on me, man. Give me my goddamn. Yo, listen, man. I have world champion bloodline in me, man. Ask some of these knuckleheads that I beat up out here, man. And these niggas was sleeping on me, and I was beating dudes down, man. I mean, my hands is registered, right? But I only beat dudes down and defend myself. Real talk. Well, my joints is registered, man. Let me see. Dudes don't never like to give Shy his props. See, no, yeah, they don't like to give. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. Like I told you, man. A lot of times when you see me on the speed bag, I always have the phone in my hand. So you don't really get the full sauce, right? I think the other day I was in there in full sauce mode playing around. I mean, just staying sharp, right? That's what they call it, staying sharp. Turning the wheels on a bike. That's what it's. Shout out to Buddy and Junior Jones. That's what they would say. I was just turning the wheels on a bike, man. A lot of times you see me just doing it with the one hand. So I always have the phone in the other hand, right? So you don't really get the full Monty, right? You don't get the full Monty, right? But I think I got the full Monty on here if it loads up. Yes, here it is. Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all think come on, man. I'm not. Where's mom? Don't ever disrespect me. Don't ever disrespect me. Where's mom? Don't ever disrespect me. Been in the gym since I was 4 years old. God damn it. Where's mom? Where's mom? Don't ever disrespect me. I've been in the gym. I've been doing this shit. I've been doing this shit. Man, nah, Tove said, "Shy, I remember you saying that about the $1 million Marley Bob Arum deal." Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, man. But I didn't broker that one, man. That's why I brag about it, but I didn't broker that, man. That was my daughter, man. Coach Reen, man, the publicist, man. That's why Reen to tell you, right? Didn't Reen tell you about the fighter she said she works for? Don't ever disrespect me. Word is born, word is born. Word is born be right on the internet, man. Then he be right on the internet, him and Vulture Entertainment, man. They some halfway ass niggas, man. They just do the internet shit, man. You know? They just do the internet shit, right? I told you I couldn't let Joe outshine me, man. My hands are still golden. I can still cut a rug, right? Look, I can still cut a rug. Know what I mean? I do all right. I can do all right. I can still ride the bike. That's what we call riding the bike right there. Riding the bike. I can ride the bike. Look, I ride the bike. I still ride the bike. But a lot of times I'm the media marketing guy in the gym, man. I like to promote the young guys now, man. I'm not one of these in the way ass niggas, man. A lot of niggas they be in the way, bro. It's like, yo, bro, get out the way. Let the young boys shine, man. You had your day in the sun, right? You had your day in the sun, if you ever did. See, a lot of y'all didn't. That's why y'all still trying to be in the way or act like you were whatever. You don't have to do that, man. If you did it, you did it, man. If you did it, you did it, man. See, a lot of y'all didn't do it, man, and it shows, man. That's why you're trying to do it now, right? No, get to the side, cheer for somebody, man. Root for somebody, root for somebody, man. I remember these guys was calling me out, right, and shit, and I was like, yo, come to the gym, man. I will beat you the fuck up, man. I mean, come to the gym, man. Because one thing about the gym, right? Yeah, you could beat somebody up and not get in trouble, right? Real talk. And it could be a fair exchange, right? I will beat you up, man. Come to the gym, my guy. I'll beat you up. It'd be a fair exchange. I guarantee you have a different respect level, right? Whereas if I beat you up in the streets, I already know how you guys carry it. You're gonna try to jam me up. But if you come to the gym, we'll do it the proper way. We'll sign disclosures and shit like that, and then I will beat life out of you. I will beat life out of you, man. Make you respect it. Just come to the gym, though, man. Come to the gym, man. It's all fair in the gym, man. It's all fair. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know? What do I know, man? Dudes talk all that tough stuff, bro. A lot of these guys talk real tough and crazy. Like, come to a gym, though, man. Well, that's why I like the gym, right? One thing about the gym, right? Guys be in the gym, they fighting, though, man. Like, there's no punks. Real talk. There's no punks in the boxing gym. That's why I talk my shit, and people get upset and say I talk too much. But I'm a warrior, bro. I'm in the gyms, man. I'm not a troll. I'm not on this internet talking shit about niggas and not at fights. I'm in the gyms. A lot of these niggas is talking crazy. They not even at fights, let alone in the gyms. I'm in the gyms. I pull up to different gyms. I'm in sparring sessions where it gets heated. I'm in the trenches. I'm not a troll, bro. Bruce Gas, what's going on, OG? I'm in there. I wish I had my what's the name when I was in champs. Every gym that I go to, this is my trademark right here. I gotta leave my mark. That's my alpha stamp, right? I always touch up they speed bags like this. I touch.
Get off your knees, people. Get George, get your butt out there. On your back. Watch it soul to soul. Watch it soul to soul. Make the girl ring. Make the girl ring. Look at the person in the middle. You don't know what to do. Get off your knees. Get in position. Breathe. Soul to soul.
I'm going to touch these speed bags up. I remember I was in Champs Gym. Shout out to Champs, right? In New Rochelle. Home of Larry Barnes. I remember Larry Barnes, man. Larry Barnes fought Felix Trinidad for the world title. He came up short, but he fought Trinidad. Larry Barnes. I remember I was in there with Larry Barnes, and I was working the speed bag. I like Larry Barnes. I got the interview with Larry, man. Larry's a coach right now, works with a lot of young amateur fighters. And we had one of our guys in there, right? And it wasn't his day, right? If you know, you know, right? Sometimes when you're fighting, and I heard Buddy say this, many other guys, some days it just don't be your day, right? And one of our young guys, it wasn't his day, right? And he was in there, he was getting the shit beat out of him, right? Yeah, he was getting the shit beat out of him, right? And I remember Larry Barnes pulling me to the side afterwards. And he was like, yo, man, get that kid out of there, man. Don't ruin him, man. He's like, yeah, you can bring him to what's his name. Don't ruin him, right? And he was like, nah, man, fuck that, man. He should have never came today. If he knew he wasn't on point, on code, he shouldn't have came, man. This is the game, man. But I remember Larry pulling me to the side, like, no, man, don't ruin that kid. Get him out of there. Like, nah, man, he's going to put his rounds in, and then he's going to go home. He said, Joe Dini is funny when he says, get away from me with that camera. He says, did you get that shot? Yo, all the time. Yo, all the time. Oh, man, Toby, you got me crying in here, man. Yo, all the time, yo. Yo, 5 years ago, yo, he was worse, man. Yo, he was worse than that 5 years ago. I gotta find that footage, man. That's probably in one of the old cameras that I had. It was like he used to hate. I mean, he would literally hate the camera, right? Now when he does the mix like this, look at him. Look how look. He knew Coach Reed took these pictures. Look how he's posing. Look, he's posing. He loves the cameras now. Back in the day, right? Yeah, he would curse. He was like, get that fucking camera out of here. I'm working. Put me on that damn camera. Now he loves that shit, man. Yeah, yo, Larry Barnes was the man. Larry, that's my guy, man. Bruce, Larry's my guy, man. But yeah, Joe is hilarious though, man. You see that shit though, Toby, right? Yo, my uncle in Texas be crying. He be crying because he remembers. He remembers all that shit. Like what you said, how Joe used to hate the camera. Now Joe be like, "Did you get me?" He be like, now Joe be like, "Did you get me? You missed that? Ah, man, you're fucking up, man." He be like, "You're fucking up. That was some good stuff. You missed. You didn't get that? Did you get me? Did you get me?" He be like, "Did you get me?" Now, did you get me? I gotta find that video, Toe. That video is classic. But see, I want to put all Joe shits together. I want to put all Joe shits together. Like the shit when we was in Vegas and he was talking about his old fights. I got all of that. I want to put all that together. When he was talking about his old fights, where he was like, he said when he was fighting in the amateurs, because when he fought, I forgot, he fought somebody. He said the guy, a fighter's hit him with the combination and broke the dude up, and the police pulled the gun out on him, right? The cop, because the cops be, yeah, Joe is hilarious, man. And then he said, yeah, because it's the police athletic league. And then he said the cop was like to the other cop, because it's all cops. He was like, what was in that guy? He said he's feeling like Mike Tyson. And he said the other cop said, "God damn it, it's boxing. God damn it, it's boxing." But yeah, Joe is hilarious, man. Yo, Toby, I got the one skit. That shit, man, everybody laughed at that one. But we was in Vegas and I was gassing him up. Like it's easy to gas Joe up. When he's talking about his fights or guys he fought, all you gotta do to get him going is be like, "Yo, man, you ain't do that shit. I was there." If you be like, "Yeah, you ain't do that. I was there, man. He was getting off on you, right?" If you tell him that, if you be like, if he's talking about a fight that he fought, especially one of his guys that was like a rival, and you be like, "Man, Joe, that shit didn't happen. I was right there, man. He was getting off on you." Joe would be like, "What? I broke his ass up. I broke his ass up. I hit him with this, that, and he went down like this." Like, man, that didn't happen, Joe. Joe, I got it on tape. I got it on tape. Yeah, Joe's the best though, man. You know? Joe and Larry Barnes fought, man. Yo, not for nothing, right? They got that. Joe and Larry Barnes got the Lennox Lewis Riddick Bowe relationship, right? Yeah, you can tell with guys, with older guys that they got spar wars and they got history, right? I just don't be recording them, but like when they be around each other, it's like an awkward. What's it? It's like Larry Barnes don't really be fucking with Joe like that, right? They like Larry would be talking to me more, right? But when they like around each other, it's just like an awkwardness. It's like that. It's like that. Lennox Lewis Riddick Bowe type shit, man. It's hilarious, yo. It's just hilarious. For real. Cause they came up through the ranks together back in the day too, Joe and Larry. It'd be mad funny though, man. He said Joe Dini's a real star, but he doesn't. Oh, he don't, man. He don't like to be on camera. He likes to be on camera, and he's just funny, man. Like, he got some good stories, man. He sparred Julio Cesar Chavez. Um, he sparred a lot of guys, man. Oscar De La Hoya. I be trying to get him to tell his stories, man, but he don't be wanting to open up, man. Like you know how you got to get him right, but that's why I got the girls now. The girls are getting him because I just talk to him and I have Coach Reen on the side recorded. You know, that's how I do him now. Because if he knows the camera's on, he'll shut down. But he got some good stories, man. Like sparring wars with guys and Mendez boxing gym. Rest in peace to Mendez. And he talks about how he got hit with body shots and he had to sit down for a second. It'd be hilarious. It'd be hilarious, man. Oh, he said, "Shaw, you broke up. 8 couldn't hear what you said. Sorry, dude." Oh man, you know what that means? It's time to get off. Then it's time to get off. That means my frequency is being jammed up. It's time to get off, man. You know. They say, "Yo, fuck it, you gave out enough sauce." They said you gave out enough sauce. You know, that's what they telling me. It's time to get off. They said I gave out too much sauce already. They like, yo, man, these fucking guys can't compete with you. They come on here and make shit up. You're just speaking off of experience. You know, that's what they're telling me, man. You know, but everybody talks boxing every day, B. That's all we do, right? We just talk boxing every day, B. You know, that's all we do. Look at this frame right here, man. Y'all see my man Robesi Ramirez. Coach Larry Wade posted him. Robesi's getting ready. Yo, Chantel De La Crawford right here. That's a 5 pick right here, right? See, look at Bam Bam. You see Bam Bam out there training now? You see Bam Bam out there training? Yeah, look, I'm gonna run down on Bud like this again, man. Look, Bud out here using my name. Look at side, man. I see you on the sides, man. She been working the lens for a minute, man. She been working the lens for a minute. Look, CEO Nasiah. There goes Coach Word is born. You see Coach Word is born? Word is born. Don't ever disrespect me. Coach Word is born. Don't be in the trenches like that, man. Coach Word is born. Don't be in the trenches, man. He ain't never worked a fight camp. You know, Coach Word is born. Don't be in the trenches, man. So it's almost this time right here again, man. It's almost this time again, man. Now, man, it's almost this time again, man. Man, yeah, he is old school. Told it's almost that time again. Yeah, I see my man right here. Look, man. One thing about me, I love to see my peoples winning. I just seen a Demetrius Andrade video. I see Uncle Dre right here. Look at Uncle Dre, man. Uncle Dre and them getting prepared for war. I see he got Demetrius Andrade looking sharp, man, out there in Vegas, man. You know, Demetrius Andrade is getting ready, man. You see that? Yeah, that's the 3 wise men right there, man. Can y'all name those coaches right there, left to right? Can y'all name those coaches right there, man? Teachers. Let me call them teachers. I ain't even gonna call them coaches. Teachers. See, they ain't no word is bonds right there, man. See, those are the guys that I break bread with. That I be like, yo, coach, teacher. Especially my man with the bucket hat on right there. That dude right there. Oh man. You got to check my interview with him, man. You dudes talk boxing every day. Don't know shit about boxing. That man right there with the bucket hat on, man. The gems that I got from him. What about this guy? Y'all know this guy? He's in the picture too. But look at him right there. Y'all know these guys, man? Y'all know any of these guys, man? Y'all know any of these guys? I know y'all know this guy. I know you know this guy. You know that guy, right? So look how big his fist is, man. He got a big ass. Look, yeah, I don't got a small fist, man. Look how small my fist looks next to his big gorilla claws. He got some big gorilla mitts, man. And shout out to Mama Davis in the background right there. That's Keyshawn Davis's mother, who is actually his manager. You know, I know you've seen other platforms where felonious capers were talking about calling his moms up to set a match up and all this shit. That's his manager. His mom's is his manager. So you gotta excuse some of the ignorance that you get from other platforms on here. You know, guys just be talking. It's sad, you know? It's sad. But that's Mama Davis in the background right there, who's actually his manager, you know? But see, you wouldn't know that if you don't cover fights or you're not involved. You know, a lot of these guys that speak on boxing, they're not involved, you know. It is what it is, right? They just, they're not involved, man. But hey, what do I know? Look, the news by Shanewz. But I want to close and highlight some of my good peoples in the sport, you know. Because one thing about me, right? I said I'm not a halfway individual, right? No halfway, right? When it comes to the source. So, with that being said, right? I want to highlight my peoples. You know, this is a movement. It's a movement going on over here. This is a movement, man. And please, fighters, even fans of fighters, right? Listen, man, throw your peoples my way, man. Don't be a halfway ass individual. Like I said, I can help a lot of you guys out. The news.
By Shanewz.
By Shanewz. But when I want to be on my boxing exec, wise owl fitted. You know the vibe.
Holla.
Well, holla. Tap in, man. If you listen, if you are looking for consulting, if you are looking for representation, get with the source, man. Listen, get with the source, man. Later for what all of these jive turkeys halfway, listen, since they say I talk too much, right? Come fuck with me and shut me up, right? Right? Come fuck with me and shut me up since I talk too much, right? Since I talk too much, if you are actually in the game, right? And you are official, come fuck with me. And then be like, yo, you know what? I did reach out to that dude. He's a bullshitter. He's a bullshitter. But no, come fuck with me. Shut me up, Come shut me up, man. Like I said, that fight offer is going to be off the table soon, But come fuck with me.
Be careful out here, man. Be careful out here. That's why I just want to build an empire. Only way you're going to build an empire is when you avoid halfway down ass niggas. Halfway down ass niggas. I ain't a half. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Nigga, if I'm coming past your page, I don't give a fuck if it's an obituary. I ain't got to know them. If you posted them my niggas too. God bless them. God bless them. If it's a nigga record, if it's music, nigga, I'ma like it. I ain't even hear it. I ain't even stop for that. But nigga, you posted it. My homie posted it. I fuck with it. Nigga, kill all that halfway down shit.
I said, man, come rock out with the Source, especially PBC fighters, man. And I'm willing to work with a lot of you guys over there now, just to show that there are no hard feelings, you know. Because once upon a time, I was heavy PBC, and I was heavy into marketing and doing a lot of things for you guys, and I still am. Just come correct now, because now that is somewhat established of who I am and some of the many things that I can do, that I have done, and I am continue to do. Just come correct, man, because like I said, we spoken behind the scenes, but if you really want the full Monty, you have to come correct now. Just come correct. That's all I ask. And I know a lot of you guys, like I said, behind the record, I'm not gonna throw you guys out there, but you guys been saying fuck dude, fuck Al Hammond. And I don't blame you. But in order for me to really do what I need to do for you guys, proper protocol and things have to be put into place now. And with that being said, salute to everybody that's been rocking with the Source experience. Salute to all those that have not been rocking with the Source experience. Blessings upon you and yours, because you see what we are creating and we are continuing to move forward to. And like I said, whenever a door closes, have no threat, because there's always another one that's going to open. And a lot of times, right, the doors that open for you, when one closes, and I'm going to quote my good brother Richie Cuomo, be loyal. Whenever you are loyal, God rewards those that are loyal.
Guys, and then again, it's been, but then being loyal, God always bless people who are very loyal.
Yes. Salute, man. Once again, man, this is Jackal Fitness with the champ, Richard Comey. Havoc in the building as always.
We are in the hurt business.
Hey, you know the vibes, man. Thank you, Richard. Yo, congratulations. Bless.
Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. A shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast. You guys enjoy it. It's a good one.
Yo, shout out to the Source Talk Podcast. You already know the vibes. Jackal Fitness. This is Andrew from the Stewart Hotel Boxing Life. Let's go. Woo!
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimu-Heloa. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout-out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.
You keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up.